A major spoiler for All In. Ronda Rousey apologizes. And ahead of his All In match this weekend, we'll have our final segment with special American correspondent MJF. I'm Ollie Davis, and this is the WrestleTalk News.
Support WrestleTalk!
Get exclusive videos over on our Patreon. Happy All In Eve, everyone! AEW's biggest show of the year is but 2 sleeps away, but the wrestling actually begins tonight. With us all in the WrestleTalk office going to the Riot Cabaret show this evening. And the event will be graced by a big star from last year's All In. Pre-show, Grado. Grado was asked by Riot Cabaret to send in an up-to-date promotional image for his match graphic against Shah Samuels, to which the Scotsman replied, "Nae bother, pal." And this professionally shot, well-lit, high-res picture. I am deathly serious about this. Tony Khan should book Grado as a surprise entrant for Sunday's Casino Gauntlet match, and pay for the rights to use Madonna's Like a Prayer for his entrance. With the song being pretty hot right now after being used in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, a clip of all of Wembley Stadium singing it could be a great viral clip for AEW. But there's a far more likely surprise for the match in store. After months of speculation, Fightful Select is reporting former WWE star Ricochet has now signed a multi-year contract with AEW, and there might be plans to debut him as soon as All In this Sunday. This follows Ricochet being written off of WWE Raw back on the 10th of June, and his contract expiring several weeks later on the 1st of July. Meaning Ricochet has been a free agent for almost 2 months. As he used that name on the indies before signing with WWE, he'll be able to wrestle under Ricochet in AEW 2. There was some speculation that Ricochet could join AEW as part of a new Hurt Business faction, made up of original members Bobby Lashley and MVP, whose WWE contracts also recently expired, and Shelton Benjamin, who was released late last year. Cedric Alexander remains under contract with WWE, but MVP had previously said he also wanted Ricochet to be part of the original group. MVP is thought to have trademarked the name The Hurt Syndicate last week, and now Lashley has told the radio show Bo and Them, "Wrestling, I still want to wrestle, I love wrestling." Oh. But All In isn't just for wrestling promotions, it's for wrestling YouTube channels too. As later today, on this very channel, Luke and I will be joined on our All In Predictions live stream in person by Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez. I'm actually fangirling right now. Subscribe and enable notifications to know when that goes live. Now, if we can just have this year's All In without any backstage dramas. Oh, god damn it, Disco Inferno! Disco Inferno has claimed on his podcast that, despite Buddy Murphy choosing to re-sign with AEW, he's heard from his sources that the House of Black are a pain in the ass to deal with backstage. They're constantly turning down creative. Which led to House of Black member Brody King issuing a statement in reply. Hey Disco Inferno, go f*** yourself. Disco's own co-host Conan even actually pushed back on rumours that the House of Black is hard to deal with, and instead said they're like everybody else on that roster that's wondering why AEW doesn't do more with me, and that some talent think, I don't even ask questions, I don't care anymore, just pay me. Of course, do take everything Conan and Inferno with a pinch of salt right into an open wound. But currently contracted AEW wrestler Ricky Starks described such a situation not too long ago to What Culture, where he didn't know why he wasn't getting booked. Amidst rumours that Starks will be going to NXT when his contract expires, Khan was asked about Starks' AEW status on the All In media call, where he gave a typically evasive answer. Ricky's been a great star in AEW, he's been a champion here, and he's had great matches here. I think very highly of Ricky. He's somebody that has been here for several years, and he's under contract in AEW. He's a well-regarded wrestler here in AEW. There was a report that Starks turned down a creative pitch earlier this year where his tag team partner Big Bill would turn on him, making Ricky a babyface. If you're Mariah May though, if you don't like what AEW instructs you to do, you can just seemingly do it anyway. Speaking on the Wrestling with Freddie podcast, May spoke about the backstage reaction to the first time her and Mina Shirakawa kissed on AEW TV. It was not pitched, we just did it. Mina and I are extremely close. We've always been very close in Stardom. We just did it. The next time around, they were like, hey, can you guys stop kissing? May argued that's based on an archaic view. It was her idea, and it's her choice who she kisses. And if you've watched AEW since that first kiss, May has done a three-way kiss with Mina and Toni Storm, and Storm kissed both Harley Cameron and Saraya on this week's Very Dynamite. Ronda Rousey conducted a Reddit AMA earlier this week where she called Vince McMahon an 80-year-old asshole and said he can suck a dick. But, as is Reddit's way, she was also trolled about her once sharing a video claiming the Sandy Hook school shooting was staged. Now, 11 years after sharing that video, Ronda has posted an apology statement. I can't say how many times I've redrafted this apology over the last 11 years. How many times I've convinced myself it wasn't the right time or that I'd be causing even more damage by giving it. But 11 years ago, I made the single most regrettable decision of my life. I watched the Sandy Hook conspiracy video and reposted it on Twitter. I didn't even believe it, but was so horrified at the truth that I was grasping for an alternative fiction to cling to instead. I quickly realized my mistake and took it down, but the damage was done. By some miracle, it seemingly slipped under the media's radar. I was never asked about it, so I never spoke of it again, afraid that calling attention to it would have the opposite of the intended effect. It could increase the views of those conspiracy videos and, selfishly, inform even more people I was ignorant, self-absorbed, and tone-deaf enough to share one in the first place. Ronda wrote how she drafted an apology for her last memoir, Our Fight, but her publisher begged her to take it out as it would just reopen old wounds. She said, I deserve to be hated, labelled, detested, resented, and worse for it. I deserve to lose out on every opportunity. I should have been cancelled. I would have deserved it. I still do. I apologise that this came 11 years too late, but to those affected by the Sandy Hook massacre, from the bottom of my heart and depth of my soul, I am so sorry for the hurt I caused. Back to AEW news. While it's not the 81,035 paid from last year, this Sunday's All-In has passed an important milestone, with WrestleTalk reporting the show has distributed over 50,000 tickets. It's important to note that distributed is different to sold, as the distributed number includes complimentary tickets. The stadium is currently set up for 53,832, meaning AEW need to shift just under 4,000 tickets in the next few days to consider this a sellout. A near 40% show-to-show drop was probably a factor in AEW choosing to run All In from Texas next year rather than London for a third year in a row. But the promotion aren't just going down south, they might also be going down under. Tony Khan confirmed reports during the All In media call that AEW is looking at locations in Australia to run an event there in 2025. Khan hoped that year would be another milestone year for the company. The All In Go Home episode of Dynamite was pretty consistent with last week's viewership, drawing 698,000 viewers and a 0.24 rating in the 18 to 49 demographic. It's practically the same as the previous week, which had 5,000 more viewers, but a 0.23 rating. Which I guess means it's time to check in for the last time while he's in England with our special American correspondent, MJF. Hey MJF.
What do you want?
Well, I thought it's your last day here as the American correspondent.
No, it's my last day. Oh no, Ollie, I was having so much fun. Oh, what a bummer. Go on.
You know what? No, look, okay, I've put up with this for like 10 days now, and you still haven't apologized for ruining my beer at the Rev Pro.
Right now.
Yeah, you haven't apologized for ruining my beer at the Rev Pro show. And I think that's quite rude.
You know what, Ollie? I've given this a lot of thought. I mean, it's kept me up at night. And I want you to know, I'm sorry. Truly. As an athlete, if anybody understands not being able to hydrate, and it being a serious problem, it's me. And you didn't get to drink that beer. I mean, you must be parched.
Yeah.
Are you thirsty right now, actually?
Now you mention it, I'm quite thirsty, yeah.
Do you want me to get you some water?
Oh, I'd love that, actually.
Really?
Thank you. Yeah,
you know what?
Yeah.
Let me get you a water. By the way, I'm also so sorry about the spit in the hand thing. That was really rude.
Wow, as long as I get that water.
One for good measure. Little handshake there. Let me go get you that water.
Nice guy. I know.
Now I'm curious, are you still thirsty? Or what? Oh, did I ruin your mic? Oh, I just want to make sure I don't get any more on the, oh no. Oh, that is so sad. Well, anyway, I've distorted the microphone. I've gotten Ollie wet, which is something he's never been able to do to a woman. You can watch me on August 25th, All In, Wembley Stadium. You're welcome.
we are on the lookout for the worst match ever, and by its very definition, the best worst match ever. It's got a real mid-2000s vibe to it, hasn't it?
Oh, for sure, for sure.
You mean being in the Impact Zone? And here's the star of the show. Masquerita Dorada.
Yep.
Future El Torito. Oh my God!
Absolutely clobbered him.
What's going on
Okay,
here?
I don't remember this bit.
What's going on here?
Tony
Why is,
Hawk's
there
at
a,
ringside.
why is there a painting going on?
Why is somebody just witnessing the painting?
Oh,
Hell.
what was that?
He needs a throat.
Oh wait, it's Rebby Sky.
Why was the painting never explained? The way we didn't see the painting. What was he painting?